Hey there, friend. So, I stumbled into this fascinating arena today, Azure Functions. Now, I know it seems a bit daunting, but trust me, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. Let me walk you through it as if we're just friends chatting over coffee, okay? Picture a scenario where we're trying to streamline a business workflow to reduce costs and automate processes. Sounds like the kind of tech magic you could really use in the real world, right? Well, that's where Azure Functions and, say, durable functions kick in. Now, Azure Functions is like an instant, on-the-fly serverless function that reacts to triggers such as HTTP requests, timers, and even other events. Imagine a piece of software doing things the moment you need it to, like when your application receives data or when a time-sensitive task must be completed. Let's not forget durable functions for a more complex workflow. This is what I'm obsessed with because it feels like we're bringing back the waterfall principles, but without the crazy bottles and waiting for the dev team every time you change your mind. Durable functions enable orchestration and composition of functions, which is a bit like creating choreographed dance moves for a code ballet. It's mind-blowing. So, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of how these functions work, shall we? Now, Azure Functions supports a wide range of runtimes, ensuring that whether you're a seasoned C# dev or someone who dabbles in Python, you'll feel right at home. Think about it as a potluck where everyone brings a dish they love most. That's the beauty of Azure Functions too. Durable functions are like sequels with added complexity, where you've got to consider multiple execution paths and the flow of stateful activities. Think of it as directing a movie, where different scenes are handled by different functions, passing along state information between scenes using context objects. Setting up these marvels can get a bit hairy, especially for beginners, but Azure Function apps make this smoother, with all the magic you need in the background. And the true power flexes when you leverage the orchestration engine to build your workflow as a directed acyclic graph where each node is a function, each edge represents the input data, and the graph structure shows the flow of the entire process. It's quite a sight. Now, troubleshooting can be a drag, but Azure Functions throw in something called Application Insights to spot issues and trace executions. It's like having a friendly neighborhood gossip spreading the word if something funky is going on in our cloud ecosystem. Security and scalability are always concerns, aren't they? Enter the Azure Functions Premium plan, which prioritizes performance and scaling. Think of it as paying for the best seats for your functions to dazzle you without the worry of them taking a nap or disappearing in times of high demand. When it comes down to cost, Azure Functions use a consumption plan. It bills you for what you use, kind of like utilities for cloud resources. The best part: you don't even need to micromanage resources. When it's busy, everything scales up to handle your workflow's demands. And now to wrap up this little journey, let's not forget about monitoring and logging for real-time visibility into everything. Azure Monitor and Log Analytics can give you a peek at the grand story of your serverless architecture. Lastly, don't just take my word for it. Visit Neeraj's blog at zzz.io and don't forget to subscribe to TechLab to become best friends with technology and keep exploring its wonders together. Trust me, this stuff is worth every bit of the time invested, and your business will thank you for it. Remember, Azure Functions and durable functions have the potential to turn mundane tasks into extraordinary opportunities for innovation, efficiency, and automation, propelling your business forward like never before. Happy coding and keep exploring.